Bonjour, and welcome to Versailles. Visiting the Palace of Versailles has been on my bucket list for years, and being here in person was surreal. Just walking up to the gates, you feel the weight of history. This was once the center of power in France, home to kings and queens, perhaps most famously including Louis XIV and Marie Antoinette. In this video, I'm taking you with me as I explore the palace, the gardens, and some of the stories that shaped this iconic place. One of the first rooms I stepped into was the Horse in Majesty Gallery. And what really stood out wasn't just the paintings, but the horse armor display in the middle of the room. These were built for battle, for ceremony, and for spectacle. Louis XIV loved to present power in every form, and even his horses were dressed to impress. Seeing the armor up close, you realize how much thought went into showcasing that power, even from the saddle. Next up was the Mercury Room, probably one of the most dramatic spaces in the palace. This was the king's state bedroom, used more for show than for sleep. Everything in here is bold and over the top, the silver, furniture, the tapestries, the ceiling art. Back in Louis XIV's time, the room was actually filled with a lot of silver, but it was all melted down to fund wars. You can tell this wasn't just a bedroom, it truly was a statement. Walking into the Hall of Mirrors filled me with excitement. This is the room everyone pictures when they think of Versailles, and it lives up to the hype. 17 mirrors face 17 windows, all reflecting light and luxury in every direction. Back in the 17th century, mirrors were a symbol of wealth and power. Not many people had them, and this hall was designed to stun. This is where Louis XIV would walk through to start his day, and centuries later, it's where the Treaty of Versailles was signed, officially ending World War I. Being there surrounded by all that history and grandeur feels like standing inside a moment frozen in time. The Queen's bedroom felt surprisingly intimate, even with all the gold and detail. This is where queens like Marie Antoinette actually lived, and even gave birth in front of over 200 people who gathered in and around the room to verify the legitimacy of the king's heir. I'm really glad we don't do that anymore. The Battle Gallery, or Galerie du Batailles, is a massive hallway lined with paintings of French military victories. Each scene is intense and detailed, showing key battles across centuries. It feels less like a palace gallery and more like a stunning history lesson painted in oil. Here we are at the Orangerie, or it sounds better in French, L'Orangerie. This is accessible from the grounds, and back in the day, this room held hundreds of orange and lemon trees during winter, because at Versailles, even fruit had to live in luxury. It's functional, but still designed with the same attention to beauty as the rest of the palace. Stepping out into the gardens, it feels like entering another world, and it's the perfect final stop of this tour. Everywhere you look, there's perfectly trimmed hedges, grand fountains, and endless paths stretching as far as the eye can see. Louis XIV designed these gardens to show control over nature itself, every tree and flower placed with purpose. Walking here, you really feel the scale of his vision and how Versailles wasn't just a palace, but a masterpiece of art and power. Thanks so much for coming along with me to this journey through Versailles. I hope you enjoyed seeing this incredible place as much as I did. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more travel adventures and history tours. See you next time. À bientôt!